Using conditional formatting, we can apply a format to a cell dependent on what the cell contains. In this worksheet, we're seeing customers with amounts owing to us. We can format the cells to show the relative magnitude of those amounts owing. I'll select all the data here in column E, and then click the conditional formatting icon here on the Home tab of the ribbon. Here we can select from a range of visual formats, including data bars. When I hold my mouse pointer over any of these gradient fills, you can see that the cells are filled with bars whose length indicates the relative magnitude of the underlying values. You can choose either gradient fills or solid fill depending on which you prefer to see. To select any of these options, click it and it will be applied automatically to the range. These formats are live, so if a value changes, then the length of the data bar is going to change accordingly. I'm going to click in this cell, and this cell is used in this formula here. So if I change this cell here, the result of this formula here will change too. And the data bar length changes accordingly. There's one thing to be aware of, and that is that these conditional formats compare all the cells in the selected range when they calculate the length of the bars. You can't simply add a new cell of data to the bottom of this range, click it, and then apply the same conditional format to it. Because you see here that 500 has a data bar that's the full width of the cell, when it should really be a very small length data bar. Instead, if you add extra data to a column, select over the entire column of data and reapply the format to all the selected cells. Then your data bars will be the correct length. In addition to data bars, there are other options that you can use. We'll select this credit remaining column here. And then this time let's choose conditional formatting and color scales. Here we can apply a color scale to the credit remaining to indicate its relative magnitude. When I hold my mouse pointer over a color scale, it shows on the data in the worksheet. We should choose a color scale that's meaningful for the data that we're working with. In this particular worksheet, the smallest amounts of credit remaining are those of most concern because it indicates that the person or the customer is maxed out on the credit that we're prepared to give them. To draw attention to the smallest values, I'm going to choose a format that shows darker colors for smaller amounts and lighter colors for larger amounts. This one shows the data formatted this way. I'll select it to apply it to the range. Another conditional formatting option is icon sets, which apply ratings icons to cells. I'm just going to click here and move this credit limit column a little bit to the left so that we can see it more clearly. I'll select it now, and then from the Home tab of the ribbon, reselect Conditional Formatting Icon Sets. Here you can see that icon sets are directional arrows, shapes, indicators, and ratings. For this data, a good icon set to use will be one that shows the relative size of the credit limits. The rating bars here will indicate this well. I'll select it to apply it to my data. Now you can see that the largest credit limits have the most bars. Sometimes when you're using these formats, you won't want to see the data and just the formatting instead. So for example, let's click this amount owing column and select all the data in it. From the conditional formatting icon, I'm going to choose Manage Rules. And this is the rule that we have in place. So I'm going to click to edit the rule. And here I'm going to click to show bar only. This will hide the data and show the bars. I'll click OK and OK again. Now we can see the data bars but not the underlying data.